7 million years ago on the vast continent of Africa, a remarkable story began. This wasn't just any story. It was our story, the human journey. It all started with an ancestor we share with chimpanzees. Imagine a world teeming with life, where our earliest relatives were just beginning to stand on 2 feet. Why did they do it? The climate was changing. Dense forests were giving way to open savannas, and seeing over the tall grass to spot predators or find food became a matter of survival. This simple act of standing upright, called bipedalism, was the first giant leap for humankind. Our family tree is not a straight line, but a sprawling bushy tree with many branches. One of the earliest known branches is Sahelanthropus chadensis, discovered in Chad and dating back almost 7 million years. We only have a skull, but it tells us so much. The position of the hole where the spinal cord connects to the brain suggests it walked upright. Then came Ororhyntugonensis and Ardipithecus ramidus, or Ardi. Ardi was fascinating. She lived over 4 million years ago and could both climb trees and walk on 2 legs, a perfect example of a species in transition. About 3 million years ago, a new group emerged, the Australopithecines. You've probably heard of Lucy, the famous Australopithecus afarensis fossil. Lucy and her kind were small, but they were definitely walking upright. Their footprints, preserved in volcanic ash in Lutoli, Tanzania, give us a snapshot of a family, perhaps a mother and child walking together 3.6 million years ago. It's an incredibly moving and direct connection to our distant past. These weren't humans as we know them. Their brains were still small, about the size of a modern chimpanzee's. They were surviving, adapting, but the next big change was just around the corner. And that change was tools. Around 2.6 million years ago, another branch of our family, Homo habilis, or handyman, started doing something revolutionary. They began to intentionally break stones to create sharp edges. These weren't fancy axes. They were simple, effective tools for cutting meat off bones or breaking them open for the nutritious marrow inside. This was a game changer. Access to high-energy food like meat and marrow fueled the growth of the most energy-hungry organ in our body, the brain. Our brains started to get bigger, and with that, our capacity for thought, planning, and social cooperation began to expand. With bigger brains and better tools came the drive to explore. Enter Homo erectus, upright man. Appearing around 2 million years ago, this species was a true pioneer. They were taller, more human-like, and had significantly larger brains than their predecessors. Homo erectus was the first of our ancestors to leave Africa. They spread across Asia and into Europe, adapting to new environments and challenges. They were master tool makers, creating the iconic Acheulean hand axe, a symmetrical, teardrop-shaped tool that remained in use for over 1 million years. And perhaps most importantly, they may have been the first to control fire. Fire changed everything. It provided warmth, protection from predators, a way to cook food making it easier to digest, and unlocking more nutrients, and a social focal point. Imagine our ancestors gathered around a crackling fire at night, sharing food, perhaps sharing stories. This was the dawn of culture. The journey from a small, ape-like creature standing up on the savannah to a fire-wielding explorer spreading across the globe is the foundation of who we are today. Every step, every tool, every discovery was a building block for the modern world. Our story is one of resilience, innovation, and an unceasing drive to explore. And this was only the beginning. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey back in time, be sure to like and subscribe for more.